Alright, how's it going, guys? We got an Isuzu Dmax today. We'll be replacing the fuel filter or the diesel filter. So the diesel filter location will be on the left side of the car on the bottom. So as you look right here, right at the bottom, you can actually see that's the diesel filter, okay? Alright guys, first of all, remove the wire connector. I did actually remove this earlier. I'm just going to show you where it is. So remove this first, okay? Alright, next remove the fuel line. There is a fuel line right at the bottom right here. So that I could get a good footage on it, but the fuel line is just right here. We just need to remove that hose, okay? Alright guys, the fuel line is made of rubber, so take your time removing it. Wiggle a bit, pry it a bit, just try not to destroy or crease the rubber hose, okay? Next, I'm removing the fuel filter housing itself, okay? Alright guys, that's the cartridge for the oil fuel filter. So that's the new one. It comes with a couple of O-rings. I'm just going to do the replacements as you can see how I do it, okay? Alright, that doesn't look very healthy. So we're just going to quickly compare it, make sure it's the same. The notches are the same. The sizes are the same, cartridge are the same, so that's all good. Just gonna put that away. Alright. So remember, as we go to put it, like we put it in, as it goes that way. Brake clean, clean. Once ready to go in, make sure the notches actually line up with that bit right there. So you got one there, tighten, one there, tighten. So that notch was there, meet right there with the fuel filter. Of course guys, make sure you don't forget to replace this O-ring here, okay, because it does come with it. Alright. Alright, probably just put a bit of oil right there, just to lubricate so it's easy to go in. I think that's about it. The thing is ready to go in. I found that seal, guys. The one I was mentioning you about. That's
Alright guys, with this tightening of this diesel filter, you don't want it to over tighten. Just tight as you think it's tight enough by feel. That should be fine. Of course, during tightening, that fuel line must line up also together with the fuel hose, so none of the hose will stress. Eventually it will line up anyway, so just tighten as much as you can, but the point is, do not over tighten. So guys, not forgetting the clip for the secure clip for the fuel line, okay, or the fuel hose.
Alright guys, just to double check your work, so that's basically the filter's already in. That's already just been tightened, not too tight because that's made of plastic, so you don't want to over tighten it, just nice. And make sure the wire line goes back to its place just right there, okay? So after that's done, probably just give it a good brake clean. And that's basically it. Job's already done. Once you replace the fuel filter, what you need to do is you need to prime the fuel so that it's easy get the fuel up to the system. So what you do is put it to ignition, wait for 30 seconds. Alright, so what I usually do, I'll do 2 cycles, then I'll do one more set for another 30 seconds. There you go. Voila. The car fired up straight away. So you have no problem priming it. You can prime it 30 seconds for 2 sets. Because we replaced the fuel filter, there was a lot of fuel actually came out from the line. So when we tried to start it, the car was cranking because there was not enough fuel to actually go into the engine to fire up. So if you try, just prime it a couple of times, let the fuel goes up and let the bleed the air from the system by itself, the car will fire up, no problem. Okay, so thanks for watching again guys.